Hello viewers, this is Augustina Lata, Assistant Professor of MBA from KSR College of Arts and Science. So today here I am to predict and focus on the glimpses of retail management and have a broad look on what is retailing and what are all organized and unorganized retail store. So let us go to the topic. So before that I would like to focus on the distribution channel. So there is always an focal point in your mind how the product comes into the market. So a producer is some other different person and the consumer is entirely a different person, but there should be some middleman, or we can say it is a distribution channel. Unless and until the distribution channel exists, the product will not come into the market and it will not reach to the consumer. Hence the distribution channel focuses on the manufacturer, who is the ultimate producer of the goods or services, and then it comes into the hands of the wholesaler. He is a person who stores the product in bulk quantity. He purchases from the wholesaler and saves in bulk quantity, and then he distributes it to the retailer. Retailer is the next link of the person who purchases from the wholesaler and he distributes this to the consumer. So this is how the distribution channel comes from the manufacturer to the ultimate consumer. So now let us have a look on the meaning of retail, retailing and the retailer. So what do you mean by retail? In general term we say this is a retail business and this is a wholesale business. But what is a retail business? So that is the business which is carried out for the profit. So no manufacturer, no wholesaler or no retailer in the world will do a business for his own sake. He will do a business for his own sake as well as for the sake of the community or the society where we are. So this is a network where the retail is a business carries for the profit purpose, and the retailing is associated with rendering and delivering of goods from one location to the other location in a small quantity directly to the consumer. And ultimately the retailer is a person or the last member in the channel of distribution who just procure from the wholesaler and distribute to the ultimate consumer. And this is the evolution of retail store. So in the past, take in the olden age or olden days when our grandfather, forefathers existed, they will not say that there were stores like organized or unorganized stores existed. So what was the initial stage of distribution of product from one place to another? It was a barter system. Barter system is nothing but the system where we used to exchange goods from one person to another. For example, if I have 1 kg of rice, I will distribute to another person and in turn I will get 1 kg of wheat or any other needed things from that person. So this is how the trade existed in very local area and it was in a very small term, and the trade was within the local limit. People, they don't know where to move to get any other thing from other places or to just get it from other areas. So as the days went on, as the traditional bonding started to change, where the education system existed in the society, where reformation came into the Indian society, automatically the distribution system or the retail store system started to generate, and this is how the historical evolution. So in those days we have weekly markets, village fairs, melas. So till now we have, now also we say as Tuesday Sunday or Saturday Sunday. So idhula enna ellarum andanda village people, they used to get their agriculture produce. Not only agriculture produce, also all the eatable things and all the needed requirements for the people, they will come, they will assemble in one place, they will put their tent and those product will be sold at a very cheap rate. Until now 21st century, wherever the technology has gone high or wherever the world has gone up, but still now we follow this traditional method of selling in our area, not only in Tamil Nadu, in all over India, these melas are still existed. So what do you mean by melas? It is known as fair. So fairs are nothing or if there is any festival, So during that festival, you can see people from various places, various villages, they will assemble in one place. I mean, they'll sell all their product. So this is the system still existed in the economy. And the next evolution, next we have stepped into one more, that is traditional pervasive rich, where we have convenience store and mom and pop or kirana stores. What is convenience stores? It is nothing but the store which provides all the convenient material to us, and we still now go to the nearby store and we purchase a matchbox or a candle. For that we need not go to department store and supermarket each and every time. So in all the areas, in all the streets, in all our local areas, we still possess convenience store. That is also called as mom and pop stores or kirana stores. Kirana store is a word derived from your Hindi. So therefore we say it is a kirana store. And neighborhood stores, the stores which are near in and around our society. Then government supported stores, PDS orders, so public distribution system. So that is your ration shops where you get all your things for the nominal prices, and this was evolved during the reign in 19th century when British people ruled our country. So during that time, in order to give the product to the people at a fair and a reasonable price, PDS system evolved. And then khadi stores, cooperative, we still have these stores in our country, but we people do not give much importance to khadi stores and cooperatives. Only government employees, those who are earning government income, and during the time of Diwali, those people they get their advantages from khadi stores and cooperative. But it is insisted that all the people, those who all come under the purview of Indian economy, we should get the benefit from khadi stores and cooperative, so that our own people will benefit from our amount. And next is your availability of low cost. So from khadi and cooperative society, it is a general notion that we will get at a cheaper price. But what happens as your status goes up, as your income rises up, you don't want to go and spend your time in khadi stores or cooperative stores. Instead of that, we go to the modern format or modern shops. So this is EBOs, then supermarkets, department store and shopping malls. These are all your organized format or hi-fi shops, where you want to show that you are a person who are earning a good income and you want to spend your time, you want to spend your amount in supermarket. So recently I viewed a video, that is a girl, she is selling this broomstick on the pavement of the road, and a person comes and asks what is the cost of the broomstick, and she says that is 40 rupees, and he bargains with her and he doesn't buy that broom from her, and instead of that he went to another shop, and the same broomstick that girl she is selling to the supermarket for rupees 40 or 50, and that person is purchasing from the supermarket for rupees 100. So what is the difference? The same broomstick, when a small girl she was selling for rupees 40, we don't want to purchase from her, but we would like to purchase from the supermarket when it is selling for rupees 100. So what is the difference? Everything psychologically we want to show to the society that even a broomstick I will not purchase from the roadside, but I will purchase from the supermarket. So this is how our modern evolution of store generated, and modern thinking of the customers also got into existence. Then rise of the retailer. So he is the last link in the channel of distribution, and the retailer not only he is purchasing the product from the wholesaler and storing and distributing to the last link, that is the consumer, but in between he have to function many functions, and these are the few functions: buying and assembling. He is buying the product from the manufacturer or from the wholesaler at a reasonable rate, and he has to assemble it in a place. Then second function, warehousing or go down. He will store all his produce or product in a warehouse that is meant to provide to the society. Then merchandising, you have to give concentration to merchandising also, unless and until your product is displayed in the proper format, in the proper design and the proper outlook, you cannot sell your product into the market. Then come to the selling aspect, where you have to bear risk. So, bearing the risk is the one and most foremost risky project or a venture of a retailer. So, everyone, we cannot become a retailer, we need some boldness to bear the risk. Now see, this is a time of COVID, and you might have heard from many retailers that my business has gone into loss, I cannot sustain the business anymore. Why? Because we never expected that such due to pandemic, a severe crisis will take place in the economy, lockdown will come, and people, we won't find any consumer to sell our product. So, in such a case also, our retailer should be a person who should possess enough courage and confidence to bear the risk and sell the product. Next is your grading and packaging. So, whatever the product you are purchasing, you are not purchasing from one manufacturer. You may be purchasing from different manufacturer from different places. For example, I am in Tamil Nadu, and I think and if I am running a textile business, I will purchase saris from Jaipur, I will purchase saris from Rajasthan, I will purchase saris from Chennai. So, from different wholesalers I am purchasing the saris and have to store in my warehouse or any other place. I have to grade the saris according to the quality and have to determine the standardized product to the customer. So, according to the rate, you will fix the rate. If 100 to 200 rupees, if I am fixing the cost of the saree, so I will think, okay, even an ordinary person will purchase. But if I am fixing the cost of the saree as 500 to rupees 6,000, so a person who is earning good fair income, he will come and purchase. So, likewise, all the product has to be graded and standardized. Then grant of credit. So, this is a difficult task of a retailer. He cannot sell all the product to his ultimate consumer or a small retailer in cash, because we see in a nearby store, in the retailer, a person will come in tempo or cycle and he will distribute all the product to the person, and this person will take the product only on credit. Okay. So, this happens with the customers also, and in many shops they will display a board sales only on cash basis in order to avoid, because they cannot collect the credit then and then. So, but this is also one of the function of a retailer, that he has to provide or sell the goods to the ultimate people on credit basis. Then guide to wholesaler or producer. So, how you think that retailer act as a guide to the wholesaler or producer? In all the product there is a suggestion or feedback process. Okay. So, even the retailer, he gets the oral suggestion from us. So, if a new product has arrived into the market, I purchase a product, and the next day I will tell to that product to the retailer that this product is not up to the quality. So, this information he will pass to his higher level, that is a wholesaler, and from the wholesaler to the producer. So, retailer should act not only as a seller to the consumer, but he should act as a guidance or guide to the wholesaler in order to determine the quality of the product. Then advertising and salesmanship. All the products are there. You have opened a shop, you have invested 1 lakh, 2 lakhs in your shop. But unless and until there is an advertisement and salesmanship for your product and for your shop, no use, your product will never enter into the minds of the consumer. So, we frequently see advertisement in TV or in any other social media, newspaper. I do remember the advertisement of Maggi. So, when I was a kid, I used to see the advertisement of Maggi, Nirma powder and Parle-G, until now my children, they are seeing this advertisement. So, that means there is no end for advertisement. As long as your product existed in the market, in the universe, that much time even advertisement should exist in the market. And market information, getting and sharing the market information is very important for the retailer. If I go to a shop and I ask what is the difference between this product and that product, the retailer should be in a position to explain me the difference between the two quality of the product, and he should convince me the price also. So, this is the main role, and a retailer should be in a position to create demand. He should not be in a lethargical way and say, Doesn't matter, if you want to purchase the product you can purchase, or if you don't want you can move out of my shop. He cannot say like that, because he is in a position where he wants to create demand for the product. Suppose he is getting the product from Hindustan Lever and SmithKline Beechen, Procter and Gamble. For all the three person he is responsible. He is responsible to answer that. Therefore, he should possess the quality to dispose the product to the consumer. Then additional services, apart from dispatching or disposing the product to the customer, if it is your electrical or electronic service center or a goods delivery center, then he provides free services to the customers and or any other services which the customers needs then and then. Then retail landscape in India. So, this is what the landscape or a gist of retail sector in India. So, everyone we know that retailing is the fastest growing in the world. It is a trending business. So, nook and corner of the store, nook and corner of the street, we see one or two shops, a tiny or little shops will be there. So, avanga annan kada, annachi kada, whatever, according to the custom of the people, we give a name. Every street will have one shop, that is your retail store, and retail industry has reached to 66.39 lakh crore according to AT Kearney report of 2018. And it is expected that 13% will reach by 76.87 lakh crore by 2020. So, 2020 is this period where we are supposed to reach at the highest peak level. Now, next, organized retail penetration, and it is expected to increase by 18% in 2021. See here, when you take it as a retail store, even a flower seller, a fruit vendor, or a person who is selling any potteries, even he will be known as a retailer. Okay. So, by 2021 it is expected to go at a high exponential rate. Then who are the drivers of retail changes in India? So, see, this is a industry. Why we say it is an industry? Why we do not say it is a shop? Because here it is an industry which produces variety and large merchandise to the people, and it distributes to the whole world. So, now if you want to purchase any product from any other country, we have online retailing, or we can say it is a e-tailing. So, a person by sitting here itself, he can order and purchase any product from any part of the country. We have online websites to purchase the product. So, it is an industry. So, this industry have no bound, no limit, it grows at a very rapid pace, at a rapid rate, and we the consumers, we are there to run behind these industries, and this industries not only produces, sells the goods, but it provides employment opportunities and it generates revenue to the government of the particular country. So, within a very short span of time, Indian retail industry has become the most emerging retail market. According to the Economic Times, what they says, 14 shops within per 100 square meter. So, per 1000 square meter, we have 14 shops. So, you just step near the bus stand and you can see how many people will be there within the 100 square feet. It may be a fruit vendor, a flower seller, or a popcorn seller, whatever it is, even they are vendors, even they are retailers. Okay. So, what is their main focal thing? That they have to sell the product. They do not bother about the dawn and dusk. Start from 4 o'clock till night 12 o'clock, each and everyone will run after his own business. So, that much hard worker our Indian retail sector is. And there are two forms of retailing. We can say it as a store based retailing and non-store based retailing. Again, and Indian retail industry is again divided into unorganized retail store and organized retail store. Apart from this, when you take it as a non-store retailing, we can say it as a service sector. So, what is service sector? That is a sector which provide services to the consumer. When you go to a petrol bunk, he is not filling your tank, but he helps you in checking your air of your vehicle or any other facility he provides you. When you are taking a room in a restaurant or in a lodge, there will be a room boy who come and who serves you. Even that is also one type of business which they render to the. So, Indian retail industry is divided into unorganized retail sector and organized retail sector. So, I think by this we can wind up with this session. Thank you, students, and the continuation of unorganized retail sector and organized retail sector you can watch in other video. Thank you.